Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks, and this is part 2 of this. I sent the young man that I was helping watch the video, and I asked him, I said, what are you going to do with it? He said he's making a clock. So let's just kind of imagine this. Let's do this. Let's make that same size clock, and let's hit P, put it in the center of the page. That won't really matter yet. Go to Object, break the curve apart, get that shape, move it out of the way. Let's left click, right click. Now let's get that. And then let's make this, let's say blue. We're gonna have a blue painted board behind it. And we're gonna take this one and hit P, go up to Object, Order, front of page. That's what its clock's gonna look like. Pretty cool. I don't know if he's gonna put numbers, but you got 12, 1, 2, 3. It's a perfect shape. So you could, when I drew this one, I drew it with just drawing lines. Let's draw another one and use some shapes to put in there. So remember in the first video, I rotated it 30 degrees, just so I have that top dead center, because I find it's a lot easier to go from node to node, and then, because I'm going to work on this piece right here. Let's take our virtual segment delete key, or nudge, smart field it, put it over there, hit P, left click, right click. And what I'm doing, left click, no fill, right click, fill. Now let's take another polygon, and let's hit P, and let's hold down the control button and put it right in the center. And then let's delete this side, everything on this side of it. You could do another polygon. Let's do one. Let's put a polygon like right there. Now, they both need to be equal on this side. So the best way to do that would be to Control D and make a duplicate. Start moving and hold down the control button and have it snap to that edge. Because if they're not equal, they're not going to meet up on the other side. And before I'd go too far, I would actually look into this. Now let's take a circle and let's see how big our wedge is. Our wedge is, tell you what, we're going to make it 8 inches. Because now we can set our nudge factor for 8. And we're going to draw an ellipse now. And we're going to put it right here. Hit the plus key and nudge at 8. And you're dead on, like we didn't have to worry about it. And then, from here you could add other shapes. You could add stars. You could take a 2-point line, and I would never go to the middle. And you don't have to make them symmetrical. This could go there, that could go there. We're just making shapes, but we started out with a polygon. And both sides, like on the other one, I made both sides equal. They don't really have to be. Well, they do, don't they? I'm backing up here. I'm messing up. You've got to be equal. Like that one might work, but when I did it before, I cut it in half and I made it equal. So really, at this point, you could go ahead and, if you want to do some freehand stuff, hit P, delete everything on this side of the line, because we want everything equal. So now we're going to take 2-point line and, go from there to there, there to there. Let's go from the middle. That's a little crooked, but it really wouldn't matter. You know what? We could branch off from this one and have it not equal because it's not on that corner. The only ones that need to be equal are the ones that are on the outside edge. Let's go ahead and take away and remember we started with a polygon on that first shape. We've totally kind of destroyed it, I guess, but Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, holding down the control button, and you get that. So we've got a totally different look. It looks like a box, polygon, if you say, and you could actually cut this line out. Let's Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, hit the center rotation. I just double clicked on the center. Let's rotate it 60 degrees. Let's going to look pretty good. A little bit different. Now, like in the previous video, and here's the problem that our intersection, when we make our lines thicker, are going to do that. So, but we need to ungroup everything, go up to Object, Group, and ungroup all, select everything and make them all that 8 points. That's going to look pretty good. Now you need to go to Object, convert the outline to an object so you can weld it. Now so all I did was take the fill away and I'm going to weld it. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I mean, symmetrical, but same thing. And if you didn't watch the first video, we've got some lines here that we can delete. And I'm not going to do it because I deleted all of them. But we don't have, well, we do have that center problem again. So you need to look over everything to make sure, you could actually delete both those. Whoop, somehow I must have just happened to move it. But that's going to look pretty good. And I started thinking if we would have put an ellipse here and here, well, just there and here, then we would have had an ellipse where the numbers of the clock are going to go. As a matter of fact, you could probably, let's say you're going to make a clock out of this. You could delete that and put your numbers right there if you wanted numbers, or just leave them blank. So there's a lot you can do with this. My tendency to have everything perfect gets the best of me sometimes. Anyway, little fun project. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.